Hey guys, okay, so I decided that I might as well just do it now, and I'm doing my photography video. I've gotten unbelievable amount of requests on this, so I decided that I would just get it over with and do it. I've been wanting to do it. It's not like I haven't been wanting to, but I don't know, I just didn't do it. Okay, so just to get started, quick background information. I have loved photography for years and years and years. My uncle actually got me into it. He's the one who gave me my first camera. It was a film camera, and I took pictures of anything and everything. I just kept like developing that through like the years and just kept like taking pictures. Hadn't taken any classes and stuff. I like learned to edit on my own. Um, I was just taking pictures of tons of stuff, and I went through that huge like MySpace like photo stage, and I just took tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of pictures of myself. And I don't mean that in like a narcissistic way at all. I just like I was the model that was always available, so I would just try different techniques out and different editing tips and stuff. Um, and then in senior year, I started taking photography classes and got into my photography club and went to competitions and then last semester I took a photography or spring 2010 semester I took a photography class, which kicked my butt. It was harder than I've ever taken before, but I just started like really digging into it. So basically, the first things I can tell you to start doing is get a camera. I mean, that's basically the very first thing that you can do. If you don't have money to get like a really nice one, like an SLR, which is what I have, I probably will make another video on just like what the stuff that I have and kind of how I use it and like more into it. This is just like an intro video. But an SLR, this one's from Nikon. This is a Nikon D40. It's like a really great starter beginner camera. It's the cheapest one too. I think Nikon makes. They might make a newer one that's cheaper, but at the time when I got this one, this was the cheapest one. I got this for about $900, I think. But it came with the camera, body, the lens, and another lens. It was a really really great deal, and you can typically find that at like Best Buy and like Fry's and like Wolf Camera and stuff. You can find good deals. So, or check online, but be careful when you do buy things that you're making sure that you are getting the lens as well. I think a lot of times online they'll show photos of like the whole camera with the lens, but it may just say body only or camera only. It won't mean that the lens comes with it. So you have to be really really careful when you're doing that. But invest in a really nice camera if you're really interested in photography. If not, you can start off with basically just a little point and shoot, which is a regular digital camera, a film camera, which is pretty cheap now since film's kind of a dying art, but they're awesome and film is beautiful. But that can get pretty pricey too with just getting things developed or developing them yourself or just buying film consistently. So what I really recommend you sticking to is either investing in SLR or getting a point and shoot camera. So after you've decided which ones you want to do, just really start like taking photos of anything and everything, things that interest you, things that don't interest you in a way, things just like everything. My favorite type of photography is portraiture, so I take tons and tons of pictures of people. I love portraits. I just think that emotion comes out so strongly, and I can tell a story through people better than I can like landscape and still life and things like that. So figure out which like different type of photography you like. I mean, there's tons and tons and tons of different types. Just really start digging in and taking pictures of just about anything and everything. The thing about SLRs is you can use, I mean, it has a zoom, it has a focus, you can open up and close apertures and f-stops, and so this is really good for just getting like really great quality photos. However, with like a point and shoot, you kind of restricted in that way. You don't have interchangeable lenses. You can't really open up the aperture, or you can't really zoom in really great and get like a perfectly clear picture and like do the like depth of field and stuff. But you can still take some pretty awesome photos with point and shoots. And when you're just starting out, just trying to get like the idea of basic photography rules, point and shoots aren't too bad. What I do recommend you doing though is investing in SLR and just start taking classes. Whether you have a photography club at your school, photography classes, I mean, that could be an elective that you can add to your schedule, and they have it most high schools, I think, or middle schools, and especially colleges, I'm sure they have it. or just like at a community college, it's cheaper and you can take it there. You can go online and find photography classes around your area in your city, that teach just like beginning photography or intermediate photography or advanced photography, whatever, or different types that you can get portraiture or architecture or still life or landscape, and you can just like learn all different types of photography. Also investing in photography books. Like when I first started, I got Photography for Dummies and SLR for Dummies and Photoshop for Dummies, and those sound kind of stupid, but they give you a lot of great tips that don't really cost you like repeated amount to go to classes and stuff, and you can kind of do it on your own. My biggest tip is just like fiddling around with your camera and just taking tons and tons of pictures. Like that is the biggest way that I've learned out of all the classes I've taken, all the books that I've read, and all the stuff that I've learned from other people or something. I have learned more than all of that from just fiddling around myself and just taking tons of photos. That's the biggest way to learn to me. But I mean, it could be different for you. You could really learn more if you go to different classes, and I'm not saying to not go to classes. I think to really open up your mind and learn the rules, because there are rules of photography, then you definitely need to start like going to classes and kind of venturing into the actual like education. But to learn just how to use your camera and take some great shots, you don't have to go to some class. So really just start fiddling around with it. I know that there are tons of different places that you can buy cameras if you're like interested. Like I told you, Wolf Camera, Best Buy, all that stuff. You can also go on eBay, Amazon, and I will links down below so I can give you, I was about to say in the sidebar, but down below so you can like look at some of the them, and like go and see prices and stuff. But just be really careful when you're buying online, to make sure you're going to, especially on eBay, like a good seller or something, to make sure you realize what you're buying. Okay, let me continue. I'm sorry, I'm trying to race through this so it doesn't cut me off, because I felt like I had so much, because I filmed this on Thanksgiving and I had so much, but I never published or uploaded because it wouldn't upload. Okay, anyway, so basically, when you start taking photos and you start getting like more advanced into it, I would ask like your friends to come help you out, and just to like really bring your camera everywhere you go. That's something that I do, and is one of the biggest tips that I can give you as well, is bringing your camera everywhere you go. I like to have sets, and I've been on set, I've created my own set, I've done tons and tons of different things, and by creating like the scene, but I've also got some amazing shots just when I'm out and about and had my camera with me. So that is the biggest tip I can give you, is just having your camera with you at all times. Also, something that's really cool to bring with you a lot is a ladder. If you can fit a ladder in your car, like a small like step stool, you can get so many different angles on that thing, and that is a really great tool as well. Also, getting down on the ground, like get low, crouch, try different angles. Don't always hold your camera like this, hold it like this, or like angle it, go crazy, like get really close to things, go really far away from things, just go all around, up and down, different levels. You don't have to just hold your camera one specific way and stand. There's just so many different options, so many different ways you can do things, so really start like going up, like working with levels and different angles and positions, zooming in, zooming out, and things like that, and you're going to get you're going to get tons of different types of photos. So, but what I was saying about your friends, just have your friends come over and take pictures of them and ask their advice on what you should do, or just really start experimenting with different types of stuff and looking at classes and going to classes and learning the basics, buying books. Photography is an expensive hobby. It's not cheap. I mean, I've learned that firsthand, especially just with like taking a film class and taking just regular classes, going to contests. It costs money. Matting your photos, printing out your photos, it's expensive, but it's worth it, and I feel like you get like such a great payoff from it. And the reason that I'm so involved in photography and I love it and have such a passion for it is it's like a moment that I get to capture, and I can create a moment, or I can just capture a moment that's actually happening, and it's something to remember forever, and you capture the emotions and the beauty, and like the memory, like memories fade, and you know, like you can remember a moment, it can be completely different how it happened, but your memory is just kind of like fading a bit, or like twisting it a little bit. But cameras, like taking photos tell the truth of what happened in an event, or even an emotion or something that you created yourself. It's truthful and it's honesty and it's right there. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that photography offers, and I love it. I love photography, and I definitely recommend you guys just to really start kind of like broadening your range, just broadening your range and your ideas, and opening up your mind to different things. And photography has really helped me do that. It's helped me to really experiment and just like really take in this beautiful world that we live in. So I just recommend you starting off, getting a camera, asking your parents if you can borrow their digital camera, getting an SLR, whatever you want to do, guys, and really just start going around and experimenting and taking photos. Like I said, I'm going to do more videos and go into like more details and like the rules of photography and things like that, but this is just an intro video. And so right now what I want to tell you guys to do is just start shooting, just going around taking different photos. Send them to me. I would love to see your photography, all that stuff. Like, totally go. I would totally love to see it. So send me them if you can. It made me so excited. Just like letting me know how it's going, asking me questions about it. I'm totally open, and I would totally love to help you guys. Yeah, so, oh, one more thing, Photoshop, editing. Okay, editing is so important, and a lot of photographers actually don't edit their photos, and if you want to be that way, if you want to be completely raw and be like, hey, here's my photo, that's awesome. I, however, like to edit my photos. I mean, I don't completely change them, and I don't like take things out and stuff, but I do edit them to really just add to the mood of the photo or whatnot. So editing is a huge, great thing, a tool that we have. So if you don't know how to edit or you don't know anything about Photoshop, go on YouTube. They have tons, or go on this website. They have tons and tons of different Photoshopping videos that you can learn. Buying books at the, like I said, I bought Photoshop for Dummies. They have that. Or just getting simple editing systems. Like the first editing system I learned how to edit on was Picasa, and that's free and it's from Google, and you can download that, and it has like really simple editing things, but you can just start like getting in the mindset of how things look, and then going and exploring in Photoshop. Another thing to do is just play around. That's how I taught myself too, is just playing around in Photoshop and seeing all the things that you can do. Really, you can take all the classes you want, but I think hands-on experience is one of the biggest tools, and I definitely recommend you doing it. So you guys go out, start shooting, send me pictures, ask me questions. I'm going to make another video after this, and I want to ask your opinion. If you guys want a video of like my photography and my pictures, just to kind of show you what I'm into, what I've been doing, put it in the comments below and tell me if you'd like to see it or if not, or any ideas that you want me to do with it. I hope this helps. I know it's not like super in-depth, but I hope it's something to get you guys started. So go shoot, and I will see you guys soon. Good luck. Bye.